Yeah, so I'm Paul Foreman. I'm an ecologist and botanist. Been living and working in central Victoria for a few decades, and I'm here at the Burge Family Reserve, which is a trust for nature property. It's near Gobar, sort of on the edge of the Strathbogies, and I'm doing flora and vegetation survey of the area. So it's largely been cleared of the trees. Originally it would have been entirely forested and wooded, more or less, and they've been largely cleared, and the open areas have been created by disturbance, and they're dominated by what we call sort of a derived grassland dominated by kangaroo grass and quite a lot of other plants, including some threatened species. And the patches of woodland include red gum, grey box, red stringy bark, white box, yellow box, red box, and some of those areas are considered to be critically endangered grassy woodland vegetation. They're quite species rich in places, and they're very important and special areas of habitat that should be looked after, and the Trust is endeavouring to do that here at the reserve. So some of the management tools that we're looking at are ecological thinning in the dense regrowth. Also, some burning is being proposed, and I think is implemented on the property next door with Sue and John O'Hayman. There's also some weed control, particular focus on an African bird orchid, which is a problem, but other weeds are being controlled as well. And I think there's a little bit of revegetation happening, but at this stage it's still fairly limited due to lack of resources, I guess, but hopefully that'll step up in the future.
And what are you seeing? Is there anything unusual you're seeing? What main grass species that you're looking at very much ground level?
Yeah, looking at the vegetation in detail, just doing sort of, selected sampling of the vegetation structure as well as the composition. And as I say, it's reasonably diverse, and there's quite a lot of native plants left, including some rare ones. One particular species I've been targeting is a thing called plump swamp wallaby grass, Amphibromus pithogastris, which we know occurs in some abundance on the property next door, but it also extends downslope onto this reserve along the drainage lines, which are groundwater fed. So this particular species is a wetland type grass, but it occurs in sort of seepage zones across central Victoria. So groundwater seepage zones, so they're wet but they're not super wet, like some of the other more common wallaby grasses which occur in proper wetlands. And it's quite extensive here, there's quite a lot of them. Although that's a species that's not well surveyed, so it's regarded as threatened at the moment, and it could well be that it's more common across the region, and with further survey we'll find out just how widespread it is, but at the moment it's considered endangered, and it's something that we'll be looking at trying to protect long term here at the reserve.